that, yeah. So I don't know if you had a chance to go through the presentation that I sent across. It's an 11-minute presentation, but uh, my basic thesis is that today, if you buy anything from Amazon, immediately you get a message which says that people who bought X also bought Y, and the reason Amazon is able to do that is because Amazon runs very good data analytics at the background. Data analytics is the new oil or the new gold, depending on what people prefer to call. And almost every organization needs good data analytics, from small organizations to big organizations. The problem with data analytics is we generate data in various forms, whether it's on an Excel spreadsheet, whether it's a form that we fill, whether it's just counting the number of clicks that happen on a website. Uh, Sometimes even on the iPhone usage, people are collecting data. So there's many sources of data collection. Once you have many sources of data collection, then you have the problem of integration, because you need to integrate all of this data to be able to make meaning out of it. And once the problem, then there's a consultant around who will give you a solution. And then he walks away without implementing it. So you have to implement it. So what is happening today is that uh, uh, to be very honest, I think there are end-to-end providers of data analytics solutions like what we do. I know I spoke to somebody who gave me some names of one Israeli company and a US-based company as well. But within India, we think there are very few, and of course, we will be very competitive once we are in the market. So there is hardly anybody who provides this end-to-end solution. We can do that end-to-end solution. So we can do collection of data, we can do integration of data, we can do consolidation of data, we can do warehousing of data, we can do predictive analytics on the basis of that data, and we can also give the required dashboards to any senior management or any level that people want to use that information that they have. And to give you examples, like I told you about the wine manufacturer I spoke to, who has a lot of data but really doesn't know what to make meaning of it. So we could analyze his sales as per outlets, whether how much is he selling in a Tesco's or a supermarket, how much is he selling through hotels and restaurants, how much is he selling online, etc. Then we can also do the analysis for him on what sells best in each market, what sells in the west of UK, what sells best in London area, what sells best in Cardiff area, Scotland. And then we could give him a dashboard which will then tell him that
What
if you are selling
what
in
you're saying
Scotland.
is you want us to lie with statistics, yeah?
No, I know that famous quote which says there are two type of lies, damned lies and statistics.
Funny enough, I don't read many books, but I did read that book, How to Lie
Uh-huh.
with Statistics.
No, so we can give him an insight, and that's why my tagline, like Tesco's, is every little helps. My tagline is that we help businesses draw insights to gain wisdom. And the other example I gave you was that we have worked with Costa Coffee, sorry, not Costa Coffee. We have worked with Starbucks of India, a Coffee Cafe Day, and we've helped them reduce their wastage up to 40%. So we can do a lot of analysis. We worked with a non-banking financial corporation. We've been able to reduce their performing loan book to just 2%. So basically, we've been able to help them identify um, which is the best customer, who is the best customer. So based on the various forms that they have, they can ask certain questions, and that will tell them whether they should lend to a customer X or Y or Z. There's another project that the team did with Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, where they were able to map out how each telecom service provider was performing in each region of the country. So I think they had like 1,500 or so, if I remember correctly, Excel spreadsheets that they had to, consolidate and integrate and generate this analysis. But they could actually try. So if you are in Ladakh, how will Airtel perform? How will Vodafone perform? At that time, Geo was not there. How will another service provider perform? If you are in Karnataka, what's the average performance like? If you're in Bangalore, what is their performance like? And they could even scale it down to an area, around Bangalore. So basically, this tool is actually industry agnostic. However, Most of their clients so far, I would say more than 80% clients, are all based in the financial services industry. The three other segments that we target to enter are retail, because retail needs a lot of predictive analytics. So retail, healthcare, and telecom. So once we acquire this company, we'll be looking at growing not just in the financial services industry, but we'll also look to grow in retail, healthcare, and telecom. So that's just in a very broad overview of